In a small village nestled among rolling hills, there lived a man named Rafiq. He was known for just one thing: his temper. If his wife, Amina, forgot the salt in the food, he'd shout. If a goat wandered into his garden, he'd yell so loud the entire street would fall silent. Even the innocent laughter of children grated on his nerves. In his mind, the world was always wrong and he was always right. Amina would often say to him, her voice a gentle whisper, "Rafiq, why do you let such small things ruin your peace?" And every single time he'd snap back, "Because people don't respect me. If they act foolishly, why should I be the one to stay calm?" What Rafiq failed to see was that his anger wasn't a show of power. It was the very chains he had forged around his own heart. One summer, a wise sage visited the village. He wore simple white robes and carried nothing but a serene smile. People whispered that his words had the power to calm even the most turbulent heart. Every morning, he would sit under the great banyan tree near the river, and villagers would gather just to be in his peaceful presence. Amina pleaded with Rafiq to meet him. He scoffed. "A holy man? What can he possibly teach me about real life? He doesn't have to deal with the idiots I do." But one day, something shifted. While Rafiq was working in his fields, a young boy accidentally broke his water pot. In a blinding flash of fury, Rafiq screamed with such force that the birds scattered from the trees. The boy, terrified, ran home in tears. That night, sleep wouldn't come to Rafiq. A heavy weight settled in his chest. He whispered into the darkness, to no one but himself, "Why do I always feel worse after getting angry?" Before the sun had even risen, he found himself walking towards the banyan tree. The sage sat there, eyes closed, listening to the morning bird song. Rafiq approached him and said, "Master, I'm tired. People make me so angry, and I can't control it." The sage opened his eyes, his gaze kind. "Sit down, my friend," he said. "Tell me, when someone angers you, how long does that feeling stay with you?" Rafiq thought for a moment. "Sometimes an hour. Sometimes it ruins my entire day." The sage nodded slowly. "And how do you feel after it passes?" Rafiq admitted quietly. "Empty. Exhausted." The sage smiled gently. "That's because anger burns you, my friend, not them." He picked up a nearby bowl of water. "Look at this water," he said. "It's calm. You can see your own reflection clearly." Then he shook the bowl, and the water sloshed and swirled. "And now? Can you see clearly now?" "No," Rafiq replied, staring at the agitated surface. "That," the sage explained, "is your mind when it's disturbed. When emotions shake you, your peace disappears, and you can no longer see the truth." The next morning, the sage asked Rafiq to bring a pot of water and a handful of sand. "Now boil the water," he instructed. As the water began to bubble violently, the sage asked, "Can you touch it now?" Rafiq gave a bitter laugh. "Of course not. It's scorching hot." "That," said the sage, "is your anger. When your emotions are boiling, peace cannot exist. It's too dangerous to touch." Then, the sage took the handful of sand and sprinkled it into the pot. "The sand is your reaction," he said. "It clouds your mind, making everything murky and unclear." They waited. As time passed, the water cooled, and slowly the sand settled to the bottom, leaving the water clear once more. The sage looked at Rafiq. When you stop reacting, when you give your mind time to settle, the stillness returns. And with it, clarity. In that moment, something profound shifted within Rafiq. For years, he had blamed everyone else for stealing his calm. Now he finally understood that he had been the one giving it away all along. From that day forward, he decided to change. Whenever he felt the familiar heat of anger rising, he would take a deep breath and remember the sage's words, "Do not catch the dirt." Not long after, at the market, a shopkeeper tried to cheat him. The old Rafiq would have exploded, causing a scene. But this time he simply smiled and said, "Thank you, but I think I'll buy from someone more honest." Then he calmly walked away. The shopkeeper was left standing there, completely stunned. For the first time in years, Rafiq felt light, almost free. But peace, as we know, is always tested. Soon after, a group of young men decided to mock him. "Look," they jeered, "the angry man has become a saint." His face grew hot and his hands instinctively clenched into fists. But then, he heard the sage's voice echoing in his mind. "When you react, you hand them your power." Rafiq turned to them, a genuine smile on his face. "You're right," he said. "I used to get angry, but now I choose peace." The boys were confused. One of them asked, "How can you stay so calm when we're insulting you?" Rafiq replied with a simple wisdom, "When someone offers you poison, you don't have to drink it." The boys fell silent, with nothing more to say. Years passed. The villagers no longer called him Rafiq the Angry. Instead, he became known as Rafiq the Calm. When anyone in the village was upset or troubled, they would seek his advice. He would always tell them, "Peace isn't the silence outside, it's the stillness you find within." One evening, as he watched the sunset, a child asked him, "Uncle Rafiq, don't people make you angry anymore?" Rafiq smiled, his eyes reflecting the warm colors of the sky. "Oh, sometimes they try," he said. "But you see, when you stop reacting to them, their power over you disappears. You can't control the wind, my boy, but you can always learn how to adjust your sails." And so, the man who once burned with the fire of anger became a beacon of peace. He had learned the greatest secret of all. You can't control what others do, but you can always control your reaction to them. True strength isn't about shouting back at the world. It's about finding the calm within yourself when the world tries its best to shake you. So the next time someone tries to disturb your peace, just smile and remind yourself, "I won't catch the dirt." Because when you stop reacting, you finally start living. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content that helps us find stillness in a noisy world. Until next time, be well.